All right, news event about to hit. What are we saying? What are we saying? Sometimes we just do nothing. And then in that case, if we don't get a big reaction from news, we might be able to, maybe look for the reversal on dollar after all. Again, for me, more so the scare was to see volatility go ahead and bring us above zones before we had the move. But if we kind of hold, I mean, we'll give it like, again, I always like to give the news about 10 to 15 minutes to cook. This is holding. Could be the case. Could be the case. Tapping back into here and then selling off, right? Dollar getting back into here. This is kind of my zone, buying up. Yeah, truthfully tempting to look for the shorts here on things like AU, on things like GU. Yeah, not bad here for a type 3 setup on AU. An institutional candle, 30-minute institutional candle. 1 hour did close as a bullish candle as well. So if this next one were to flip, would also be an institutional candle. And we have lower time frame order flow. We have an institutional candle that just printed there. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in AU, truthfully, guys. I might actually go for this for a type 3 setup, depending on how we react over the next little bit. Again, if we can really see the next, 15, 30 minutes or so go bearish, then this could make a lot of sense to be a top in the market. Yeah, guys, I mean, I think it's worth the risk to go for a sell here on AU with a small stop. All right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to put stops above the high. We're going to do this as a half risk setup. Okay, guys. Again, just kind of seeing how we have multiple time frame institutional candles right after the news. And the news is still holding it really. It wasn't after the news. It was just before the news. And the news is still holding it, right? We didn't really get some crazy volatility out of there in terms of like really, pushing us back up or anything. And so, yeah, and then also, we're kind of in the zone for dollar, right? So, yeah, but I do like this 3-minute trap candle. I like this 3-minute institutional candle. I like that we also have a 5-minute trap candle sitting in this level as well. And then, I also like how we have a 15-minute candle in that direction. So if we really were to go down over the next 5 minutes, then this 15-minute candle would really form as an institutional. And then we can maybe start to do the same on the 30 and stuff like that. But obviously the next 5 minutes are pretty crucial, but that's kind of where we want to position in. And we're just kind of looking at it as a sweep of this recent high, right? We have a bigger time frame distribution sitting over here to the left as well. Right. And so that's why we're looking for this here, right? Definitely don't like the entry that we took, but like the candle that we took the entry in makes sense, but it should have been definitely a little bit higher. But all good, right? The candle that we took made sense. It just, we hesitated a little bit on this one. We're only risking about 5 pips or so, right? So again, guys, there's no need to over risk. If we do get a move out of here, it will be a big move. So just go ahead and use your proper risk on this idea. Okay. So our 1 to 3 is going to be sitting down here, right? 1 to 2, where we go break even, will end up being towards a new low. Pretty good reaction there to the downside so far. All right, does that mean dollar? Oh, dollar's got a big reaction from our zone there as well. So basically what we did, we bought dollar right around here, right, with our stop below there, trying to see if we can see this continue. Pretty good initial reaction, basically what we wanted to see over those next couple of minutes, to see that 15-minute candle go ahead and start to come down, 30-minute candle go ahead and start to come down, right? And if this 1 hour can also like really get aggressive, then we're potentially looking at a pretty good idea here to maybe even hold this down, even farther, right? I guess 15-minute close here, right? So again, if we did engulf back up, not looking as great, but I do think the probability is low. I think we're here potentially catching an LPSY right now after signs of weakness. So yeah, I do think we're in a good position, guys. So I'm still going to hold on, all right, and let this thing ride. GU didn't really sell off too far, so I wonder if it's because we're coming for a mitigation here, because all week GU has technically been like the one that I've been looking to sell, right? So we could use this stop here, right? Because this is our sign of manipulation, initial wise, right? This is us coming into there, having our second point of manipulation, and now we're looking for the mitigation of that. This idea makes sense to use your stop there and hope that, GU gets into this yellow zone over here to look for positions inside of that area. This is the news event, like potential incentive though, is what I'm thinking. Is like that push to the upside happened before the news, and then now maybe after the news, we go ahead and do this, right? So the news kind of created like the impulsive phase. Maybe New York Open can end up giving us the mitigation phase, and then from there, we get the continuation phase, right? Hopefully, right? So we're gonna go ahead and take partial profits here. All right, I'm not gonna take much. We're gonna go for 25% of the position. All right. Oh, whoops, 2.5. Partial. Okay, so I'm only taking 25% out. We're gonna let the rest ride. All right. We did have a good reaction from New York Open. Granted, we could still get a pullback, so that's why we're gonna go for our partials here. So it looks like GU starting to head up towards our zone. Should be able to get up above those equal highs, and maybe we can take it, right? I mean, doesn't look bad. If we're wrong, then we'll only be wrong about 0.5% with GU, and then AU we've already taken profit on, and we also have smooth stops to break even. Honestly, even now is not bad, to be honest, to take the position in case we don't actually break the high there. To be honest, I might get a piece in now just to see. All right, so I am going to take a piece here. And yeah, we do have relatively equal highs there on the lower time frame, right? So I kind of do think we can even get up to there. But I am going to hold, just this idea here and just see where it can go. And then obviously we're still in AU as well, right? So we'll see where these pairs go. All right, those are really my ideas for it all today. Looks like we're taking the equal highs right now. So yeah, if you didn't take, your entries there, then, now's your opportunity. Again, I'm just risking up until here to see if the order flow can continue. And if not, then, it's all good. We're risking about 0.5% there. And yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, AU not really moving too much. GU really getting up and above that high in that 1-minute candle. And hopefully we get a reaction from this high there after having collected so much liquidity there to the upside. All right, so again, equal highs, sweep. All right, we're in there. Did just decide to get in a step early. Probably could have waited. I was just wondering, like, how can we maybe just see it, do it early maybe. So I did it just in case, but I'm in there. What about this setup did you like though? So for me, this is looking like a potential type 2/type 1 setup, bigger time frame type 2, smaller time frame type 1. The idea really being, we have this 4-hour institutional candle over here to the left. We had price go ahead and create a 4-hour institutional candle in that zone here, right? And then we saw a sizable sell-off. And then, we also saw the market for the most part, to me, was looking like a potential type 2 distribution. And then when we scaled into the smaller time frame, we went ahead and saw the market trading back into previous order blocks like this one. Again, like just holding that order flow. And then the market came into the zone right before the news. The news hit. We saw price sell off. That was where we managed to catch AUDUSD. And, we saw price slowly, coming back into that zone. So technically it was already a type 1 setup because we have our previous zone of manipulation here. We saw our next zone of manipulation with this push to the upside, sold off. And then now we came back into that area for a mitigation, right? And we're getting a pretty nice sell-off here. Sheesh. AUDUSD now sitting at a 1 to 5, probably almost 1 to 5. So what happened with dollar then? Okay, came down, big reaction on dollar after taking the low. Okay, so for me, first target on dollar is to really go ahead and attack these highs, right? And then after that, like that would be the next partial zone, and then going ahead and going for these relatively equal highs up here on dollar would be the next. Yeah, so we're gonna play some roach racing. All right, this is what I like to do when we're chilling on our trades and we're waiting, for something to happen. Basically what this is just a stupid little game where you're racing roaches, all right, but it is serious. It is serious business. And so basically what we're doing is we're facing other people online in a trading game, all right? If you hit good trades, your roach will go faster and you'll win the race. If you hit bad trades, then the other people will go faster. So, well, more so you'll just go slower, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna trap her down again. An institutional candle up here there at the top. Okay, let's get a big move here because this could be a distribution that goes ahead and reaches the liquidity here. Let's go! Ooh. What a snipe, eh? I think we still have one more game. That sell was so crazy. Oh god. Okay, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna buy it again. Below these lows. Let's see how it goes. Can we react? Again, we got really extreme area, really equal lows there, right? We had a huge pronounced move down. I feel like we can get a bounce from here, even if it's just a short-term reaction. Right, we got this fucker trying to get ahead of us. So, okay, I'm gonna do it now because I think we should. Oh no! Yes. That looks like a dub. Jose is locked in. How did you find out about this game? One of my students put me onto it. Okay, good practice, hey? That snipe though on that short. Come on now, come on. We do this. AU's going great. All right. GU, we got a reaction off of the zone. Pretty good. Right, potential 5-minute trap candle printed. We ran the high of the trap candle. That looks good. And dollar, like, still kind of slow though. Like not really getting really big impulsive moves out of the zone. So it's a little bit odd because our trades are going really well. I mean, AU is just falling off a cliff, bro. Let's go, man. Almost 1 to 7 on AU. Kind of shook. I wasn't even expecting like such a crazy drop, but like we are freaking killing it, man. We are killing it. 2 snipes, 2 wins. So this is really the thing with type 3s, right? Like, type 3s, like you're gonna get the craziest risk to reward, man. Like 1 to 7, and like literally how long was this? Like an hour and 30 minutes, right? An hour and a half, 1 to 7 risk to reward, right? Like huge. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shave off some more of my position here as we're really just absolutely dumping. Let's just take 2 for right now. Okay. And we're going to take out, actually here, we can't really take partials yet because we're not at 1 to 2. So yeah, if I did get a better entry though, low-key I should have just waited because if we did actually wait for that high to sweep, our risk to reward would be in a much different place right now and we would be able to take partials. And then what about dollar? How did dollar do? All right, dollar is starting to head now towards those highs that we were talking about, right? So holding our point of order flow, we literally just wanted to do a little sweeperoonie right here, right there, which this gave us our GU opportunity as well. Man, AU is just falling off a cliff, bro. And again, if this is a bigger time frame redistribution idea as we're talking about, we could see really sizable sell-offs. We could see price even reaching down towards these levels. So keep that in mind. Like, just look at these candles, bro. What's going on? Oh my god. I'm giddy, guys. We are 1 to 9 right now. We're up about 3,000 across the positions, about 3% in profit on the account, floating, right? We did take some profit as well. Here's the thing you gotta think about too is like, not only do we catch like a sniper entry, but also, it happened during a news event, right? Like this is a news event idea, and news events typically create tops and bottoms in the market. So I'm optimistic about being able to hold this, but just like, bro, like what? Like that entry right there, and then just dump. Like it just looks so nice. So nice on an MT5, man. But yeah, technically we are now up over 1 to 2 on GBPUSD. All right, so I am going to go ahead and shave some position off here. Okay, I'm going to take out 25% of my position. I just want to end up at around 400 risk, and we'll just leave it there. And then with stops at break even, so we're going to move stops break even and let the rest ride. Right, so keep in mind this is if you are going to take this as a swing trade like I'm talking about with potentially going for those higher time frame highs there, keep in mind we can see pullbacks, right? We can see pullbacks that might shave away a lot of your profit, right? So that's why we want to take partials in areas like this one. So yeah, definitely shave some partials off now, guys, and we'll just see where the rest can go because it does look like we might start our pullback here. Let people know that we won. All right, let people know that these sessions are banging, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay, much love, much appreciation, and yeah, peace out.